All right, hey everybody, Joe here of the YouTube page Joseph Williams. I got an anonymous message yesterday as one of my comments on my last video that my YouTube page is no longer called Tip Zors, so it's just Joseph Williams, I guess. And hey, that's my name, so it's gonna work out well. So Joe, I'm gonna go by Joe, but my real name is Joseph. And as you can tell, the mic is working perfectly this time. Last time I had it defaulted to the camera's mic built into my computer, but this time I'm using my handheld mic. It's gonna work really well. It's like all gonna be synced up. Sometimes it doesn't sync up well, but hopefully it'll sync up pretty decently this time. So before I get going into what I actually want to talk about today, I just quick overview of how crappy my day was. Not really crappy, but long day at work. Blah blah blah. Couldn't get my bank account working. I went to like my ATM, and tried to put my card in. I hadn't used the ATM in so long, I forgot my PIN, and I thought it was one thing, and it was like the same, process of numbers, but I like put the wrong numbers in. So it locked me out of my bank account, so I couldn't take money out. So I'm like at Stater Brothers trying to take money out to get lunch during my break at work, and that locks me out, and I can't get lunch at the place I wanted to go. So I had to go back to my work and then use the little free discount, like the one free discount card they gave us to get lunch. So I don't have that anymore. And then when I wanted to go fill up my gas tank, couldn't access my account. So as for that, can't get money out. I'm waiting for tomorrow. And I'm just saving money. Christmas is coming, so I have to buy everyone Christmas gifts and stuff. But other than that, pretty awesome day. I'm here now. I ate, had a good lunch, and I'm in a pretty good mood. So I guess we'll get started on what I want to talk about. So I was driving home, and I was thinking about something that, like, topics to talk about. And, I've talked about, let's see, I talked about what? Music and The Hobbit. And, I realized, The Hobbit is kind of on that territory where some people don't know what it's about. And so I was thinking, what can I talk about that everyone knows about? And it's still kind of nerdy because I'm some nerdy guy. And I was thinking, zombies. Everyone knows about zombies. Everyone knows what, how zombies operate and stuff. And I guess I just wanted to talk about the social, like, application of zombies into our, modern media foreground. Everything in our media that has to do with zombies and why zombies are blah, blah, blah. But whatever, I'll just get started. So, zombies started out a while ago, 30, 40 years ago. George A. Romero created the modern zombie as we know it today. The flesh-eating, cannibalistic zombie that you can only stop if you hit it in the head or if you smash its brain or whatever. And everyone knows that zombie. Everyone knows that you can only kill a zombie by smashing its brain or shooting in the head or, get rid of the head or the brain. And that's how you kill a zombie. And George A. Romero created that zombie. He was the one who, spearheaded that whole thing by making Night of the Living Dead, which is a great movie. And it's actually remade into another really great movie, Night of the Living Dead remake. And he also made other famous movies like Dawn of the Dead, and other good zombie movies. But he really started the whole zombie phenomena kind of thing. And ever since then, I mean, I don't really know. I can't speak for since after that. I think Night of the Living Dead came out in like the 60s. But I can't really speak for the time after that up until about 2000 because I wasn't alive. So I didn't really know what the kind of way zombies operated in our society back then. I know they had zombie movies because I've seen them or I've watched them, but other than that, I don't really know. But then, as for today, zombies are so prevalent in our just everyday society. I mean, it's in video games, it's in stories, there's a romantic comedy coming out about zombies, about a zombie who becomes unzombified and he's still a zombie, but he falls in love. There's a play about a zombie at a zombie prom, where it's a zombie falls in love. This kid falls in love with this girl, and then he dies, but he comes back as a zombie who's fully conscious. So zombies are everywhere, and what's happening to them is that people are kind of becoming tired of them. From what I've noticed, they're so prevalent in video games and movies and everything that a lot of people I talk to are just like, zombies, oh god. And it's kind of weird, something that was so iconic, especially for like the nerd community, zombies were like a nerd. It was a monster movie kind of thing, and monster movies were always kind of taboo, especially in the older days. And zombies were something that nerds knew about. And now zombie, I mean, it's just like the Avengers or how comic book, yeah, heroes are becoming more popular. We have Batman. Batman was a totally nerdy thing, and it was a comic book character. Spider-Man, Batman, anything like that. And nowadays it's popular. The Avengers is so popular. Thor, all those characters are so popular. Batman's so popular, and that's exactly what happened with zombies. It was just this, nerdy thing, and now it's exploded into like a social phenomena. And it's been going like, I mean, I know this isn't anything new because it's been going on for a while now, but it's kind of weird how people are starting to dislike them or become tired of them. And it makes sense because they're so prevalent and they're everywhere. I mean, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, there was Call of Duty World at War, Call of Duty Black Ops, and now Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and they all have zombie modes. There's Left 4 Dead. There's any other thing with Plants vs. Zombies. Plants vs. Zombies just made, casualized the zombie, where it's just this little cartoon character who goes around, fighting plants, and it's a great idea. It's a great game, but now the zombies casualize the zombies, so now zombies can be used in casual games, and they're not really seen as something that's threatening, especially since in a lot of the games, like the Resident Evil franchise and stuff, zombies are just not like zombies. They're more just like monsters. I mean, of course they're monsters, but they're interchangeable, I guess you could say. I watched this video review of the game Left 4 Dead, and the guy was talking about how in most zombie games, or in all zombie games, the reason that, I mean, you can interchange the zombies with anything. He said, I think the example he gave was you could change the zombies out for killer koala bears, and it would work because the zombies are just that, simple. Because they don't act like zombies. Zombies, the way they act, are supposed to be like, they're slow, and there are some fast zombies, but they're really threatening, and they're especially threatening if they're in a group. And so I think the idea that zombies are becoming more just, general monsters instead of having their own identity. Like, there's the werewolf, and what the classification of the werewolf is until Twilight, screws it up. Or the vampire, the exact same thing. The vampire was so cool and mysterious, and then Twilight took it over and totally screwed it over. And the werewolf it's not even a werewolf, and it's just an animagus from Harry Potter. But I digress. Yeah, so it's like the homogenization of the movie monster into just something that's kind of like standard. And I think that's a fault with the zombies now, and that's why people are becoming tired of them, because they're just so prevalent and so standardized that they're interchangeable. And it's just people are getting tired of it too, just seeing zombies everywhere. And I think that is like a big social the thing is, the really thing that sparked this in my memory was that I got the Wii U and the zombie game for it, the Zombie U game. And in the game, the zombies are zombies. You can only kill them if you smash their head. If they bite you, you die. Because any zombie person knows that if a zombie bites you, you turn into a zombie, just like a werewolf or a vampire. It's weird how that happens with monsters. And they're tough to kill because they're dead, and you can't just smack them. You have to, they're actually hard to kill. And seeing that as juxtaposed to like the way that zombies operate in most movies and video games nowadays is actually really interesting. The only problem I have with the game is that originally zombies were kind of like, they're dead. Zombies are dead. And most of the time the way they portray it now is that zombies are just people who have been infected with a virus that makes them cannibals and like evil. Like in Zombieland, it was like that. The movie Shaun of the Dead. Actually, they never explained it in Shaun of the Dead, but that's a great movie. Definitely check that out. It's really funny. It's a British comedy. But yeah. And so I was thinking about this and how the movie or the game Zombie U is actually like bringing the zombie back into a more threatening creature. And I think that's a really good idea. And I really hope that if they can keep doing that with movies and games and anything that has to do with zombies, that it can actually like revive the zombie or bring it back to the way the prestige, not the prestige, but the feeling you had about it before. The original Resident Evil video game was actually really hard because guess what? The zombies were really hard to kill. You couldn't just kill a zombie. It was you if you ran into a zombie and didn't, shoot it, have it fall over or something, you're dead. These things are dangerous. If they bite you, you die. And you couldn't kill them. It was extremely hard to kill them. And I'm really hoping that they bring that back into our society, especially the video game society, to make, zombie games more realistic and make zombie movies that are actually good. There's this movie coming out called War Z, DayZ, something Z, and it's like a zombie war. It's a zombie apocalypse movie, and it looked really weird, and I'm not too psyched about it. It doesn't look that good, at least to me. But I know a lot of people from like reading comments on the trailer and stuff have been pretty excited for it. I'll leave a link in there to the trailer to see for you guys to see it and see if you what you think about it. It's a zombie movie. So zombie movies are always generally pretty fun just because they're scary, and zombies are always a buttload of fun. That's why they're so prevalent in our society, and there's a lot of cool opportunities to have with them. A lot of gore scenes, anything like that. They're great horror movie. So, and it's just they're becoming tired, and that's the problem people have with them. They're so apparent in our society now, and so all over the place that people are just, okay, zombies, really? Let's do something else. I'd actually like to see a new werewolf movie, but the werewolf genre has really only boiled down to one kind of story where there's a good guy and he becomes the werewolf, and he's fighting it. But anyway, yeah, hopefully I guess the whole thing I'm trying to get across here is I want the zombies to make a revival, and I want them to be, actually the monsters that they are, and not just something that people are tired of. Because if you do it right, they can become, good again. And Zombie U's doing it. The original Resident Evil had it down, and I want movies to take advantage of this. I want it to actually be a threat. I want them to be something that they used to be, And so, hopefully we can get that back. I don't think I'm just talking about it. So I'm sure I'm sounding dumb just talking about how I want zombies back. Anyway, I'm going on 12 minutes, and I don't think I'm going to be able to upload this without having to pay money for it. But anyway, I'll link that trailer for that movie if I remember. Feel free to post a comment about what you think about zombies. That sounds really dumb. What you think about them, if you like zombies or zombie movies or zombie video games, or if you think they're just stupid. Everyone likes Plants vs. Zombies. That's a good game. But anyway, post a comment, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.